Hello, teacher.
Hi, nice to see you again. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, and how was your day today? Can you please tell me what did you do today?
Today I went to school. I studied math in this Montes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went home and I was asleep.
You used to sleep. Okay, very nice. And can you please tell me what will you do tomorrow? Do you have any plans for tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will wake up late and I stay at home all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And on the weekend?
Now on the weekend I don't have any plans for the weekend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to do anything
Because why? Because?
because I'm just lazy.
Okay. Now we will start. We have here about food. The lesson is about food. Can you please tell me? Did you ever try to eat some food that is unusual? Did you ever try to eat
Unusual.
unusual food? Did you ever try to eat unusual food? Something that is not usual.
Mm, I think I think yes.
Okay. What?
No. And I didn't.
Would you like to try in the future? Would you like to try?
Yes, I want to because like I curious like how it tastes like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now we have here. Okay, and what type of the food do you usually like to eat compared to the type of the food that you like to eat? You are eating on Malta and you're eating in Vietnam.
Um, the food in Vietnam is better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can
Yeah,
you
because
explain
like
why?
in Vietnam we have a lot of food that is better than in Malta. In Malta it's also better, but it's yeah, but in Vietnam it's just more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's see. Okay, and what type of the food do you like to eat?
I like to eat all type of food. It's just like to be delicious. Mm,
Okay,
I don't choose any type of food.
okay, but can you compare, for example, what do you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Malta, and what do you eat in Vietnam? Compare. Try to compare. Try me food by food. Okay. For example, what do you eat for breakfast in Vietnam, and what do you eat on Malta?
For breakfast in Malta, my mom is cooking
Hmm?
rice. Like it's still Vietnamese food.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay. And
And
what
in
is?
Malta,
Sorry.
I
Continue.
still eat Vietnamese food. So yeah.
Hmm.
And because like in Malta, I didn't eat Maltese food. My mom is cooking.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I also bring food to school.
Hmm. Okay. Continue. Okay. So what type?
I bring Vietnamese food to school. My mom is cook rice and meat. Depends on day. Depends on my mom what she cook.
Hmm. Okay. And what she is usually cooking for example, for you?
No, she cook rice and the other food.
Hmm. Okay, very nice. How about lunch or dinner?
It's the same. Like maybe lunch with rice and maybe fish, and dinner maybe with some soup or meat, beef or pork.
Mhm.
Yeah, like we change.
Okay.
But it did.
Okay. So now let's see. We will have here about read the campaign. Okay, with organization against battery farming, matched intents. Okay. Now let's. Okay, I will just 1 moment. I will share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay, can you please read from here to the end?
Battery chicken are kept in small cage where they live. Out there
Cages.
live under
Cages. Cages. In,
cages. They live under artificial light with very little space. It is incredibly upsetting for any bird to be prevented from nesting, moving around, or cleaning itself. The other thing that battery chickens are allowed to do is lay a huge number of eggs. Many organizations, such as Compassion in Wood Farming, believe that this is a very cruel crime and have campaigned against the use of battery cages for many years. Since 2012, many types of battery cages have been made illegal by EU laws, which state that birds may only be kept in cage which have 750 centimeters or more of space for the chicken to move around in. However, Compassion in work farming has criticized this legislation, saying that chickens continue to suffer and die in very painful ways on battery farms. They say that this terrible practice should be stopped and that it's really important that action is taken now.
Mhm. So what do you think about this text? What is important part in this text that you read about?
Like it's illegal and it's harmful for people.
Mm, Not for people, for chickens.
But yeah, less sorry, like it's harmful for chicken. Yeah,
Okay, and why people usually do something like this? Why?
because like the chicken allowed to lay a huge number of eggs. Yeah.
Okay, and what is something that people can do to stop this? Okay, so we can say this is like a crime. So what they can do to stop this crime? Okay, to for chickens. So what is something that people can do to stop it? How they can protect chickens?
For stopping this, like we just arrest them. We
Mhm.
need to arrest the people do this, and we need to have some laws for this.
What type of the laws should we have?
Don't do this type of things.
Mhm. Okay. And what do you think? What do you think about some other things? How, in what other occasions people can do? What is something else that people can do to be nice and still get eggs? So what is something that people can do?
Just let them lay. Yeah, maybe they cannot lay the huge number of eggs, but it's still okay. Yeah,
Okay.
just leave it.
Okay, so this is something that people can do it. Okay, very nice. And can you please tell me? Okay, so we have here certain things that they are doing. Okay, now can you please tell me? Okay, what other animals are endangered? Okay, so we have here some animals that can be endangered. Okay, so what animals are endangered? What animals can be in danger because of this things that people are doing. So what type of the animals can be endangered?
There are like there's some type of tiger, or gorilla, leopard in some country, in some forest. Yeah, it's in danger.
Okay, and how people can protect these animals? What is something that people can do if they want to protect these animals? So
They
what is
can like donate, yeah, donate to the World Wildlife. Well, yeah,
okay.
and volunteer, and adopt an animal,
And what
and yeah,
other
and
what yes, continue, sorry. Yes,
and
continue.
because of climate change,
Mm-hmm.
so we can use renewable energy, reduce your like carbon footprint or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that people can use. Okay, renewable energy. Okay, and what other? Okay, so this is something that can be special for some people who like animals. Okay, so what other things people can use to stop killing animals? Okay, so what is something else that people can do to stop killing animals? What they can do?
Uh, they can maybe like we need to have some protection laws for the wildlife,
Mm-hmm.
for
Oh,
animal,
mm-hmm.
and I think so.
Okay. And how, for example, how about sea animals? Okay, so we have here some sea animals. What do you think about this? How people can
Like
help sea?
because like littering on the seas can harm animal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
So
they.
like we might can put some like people there for
Mm-hmm.
like for look after like people like for stop doing that.
For stop doing that. Okay, very nice. And what do you think about having a patch in these occasions? Would you like, for example, to have a pet?
A pet.
Mm-hmm. So would you like, for
Yeah, like
example,
I have a pet in Vietnam.
what type of the pet do you have?
Like I have dog. I have one dog.
One dog. Okay, very nice. And what is your opinion about having a pet? Okay, so what do you think about for people who are having a pet?
Having a pet, we like it's very fun. We can walk with them. We can play with them even. And we can like it's very fun.
Okay, very nice. And what are some unusual pets that people can have? Okay, so what animals are unusual for yourself to have as a pet?
Some people have a crocodile as a bad pet or monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and what do you think about this type of the pets?
So the pets maybe it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous to people. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's not so safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And why do you think so?
Cause it can we have some sick some something that can I don't know. That's yeah, I think so.
Okay. So this is why people wants to have a pet. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Now I want to ask you, can you please read this part? Okay. part. Okay, this part, the Irish potato famine. Okay, can you please read this text?
The potato was introduced to Ireland in 17th century and soon became the country's main crop. By the 19th century, most of the country's poor people potatoes as their only food source. Then in 1845, the potato crop in Ireland was completely by disease, which was the starvation of over 1 million people. It was first for families whose children were starving, and there was a huge in the number of young people leaving the country to build new life in England, America, or Australia. Australia nowadays, specialists continue to be concerned populations who live on only one type of food, because if the crop fails, they will go hungry. Any type of food should only make up a small fraction of that, and it is important that we grow a variety of crops.
Okay, so what do you think about this part of the text?
Um, mm, I think like maybe just unlocking.
And why do you think so?
Because in the 19th century, because like there most of the countries are poor people. Yeah, a lot of poor people in that country.
Okay, so there are a lot of poor people in this country. Okay, and what is something that people can do to, okay, for example, uh, is there anything that people can do stop being poor? Okay, so what is something that people can do?
Move to other country to build a new life here.
Okay, and how they can do that?
I don't know, maybe like from if they have knowledge or some relative live there or some money that they are saving, they can move to other country and start making a new life.
Okay, now let's see. Now let's now let's have a look. Okay, now and I want to ask you, can you please tell me what other things are really important? How people can stop starving?
Starving.
Mm-hmm.
Before stop starving, I think this depends on the president of the country or the government, because yeah, because maybe there's that country are poor already, so people like is starving.
Okay, now let's see. And when you compare their people, uh, okay, in which occasions people are worried? Okay, now what is something that can be worried about? Mm, uh, about what is worried about? What is something that worried about the Vietnamese people and people from Malta? What are the biggest concerns about people from Malta and people from Vietnam?
Understand?
What else?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What is the biggest concern about people who are living on Malta and the biggest concern about people who are living in Vietnam? What is something that worry people in Vietnam, and what is something that worry people on Malta?
Vietnam, I think is food. Some
Mm-hmm.
food now, some food in Vietnam is not, it's harmful people.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of
Okay.
young people like to eat that because it's delicious and it's like it's addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, yeah, and in Malta, I think there's nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And now let's see. Okay, and we have here this part of the text that is related to the Irish famine. Now, I want to ask you, can you please choose the correct answers here? Can you please read these 8 sentences?
The rise of population means that we need to find new ways of producing more food. Farm Farmers who treat animals in inhuman ways should be treated as prison terms. Dairy products are key ingredients in most European diets. The development of genetically modified crops is based on decades of scientific research. The survival of the rainforest will depend on how we manage our resources in the future. A lot of farmers think we'd be better off over large numbers of wild animals. Thank for recent research, we are able to grow crops which are less likely to get disease. Current research may result of the creation of an artificial form of meat.
Form of meat. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, now in the future, what do you think? How people will produce food? So what do you think? How they will produce some food in the future? So what do you think? So how people will produce certain type of the food?
Produce mainly like they just produce by growing
Mm-hmm.
or yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they will grow some food. Okay, what type of the food they can grow? What is something that people can grow in the future? What is the type of the food that people can grow in the future, in your opinion?
Mm, they can like grow fruit
Mm-hmm.
and make ingredients, and people will buy that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they can grow some fruit. Okay, and what type of the fruit would you, for example, would you like to grow? If you can choose, so what is the type of the fruit that you would like to grow? Is there any type of the food that?
Like when I can grow all fruit that I can.
Mhm,
Yeah, any type of fruit that I can because but all type of fruit can sell and can earn a lot of money.
mhm. Okay. Now let's see what type of the fruit. What type of the fruit is popular in Malta, and uh, what type of the food is popular in Vietnam? When you okay to grow, what are the types of the food that you can grow on Malta and in Vietnam?
Malta in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I don't know because like I don't saw any like I didn't see people growing, so I don't know what they grow.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay, now.
the most that they grow.
Mhm. Okay, now we have here the challenge. Okay, describe how you choose which acts to buy and what factors do you consider. Okay, you don't need tell me about eggs. Okay, let's try about food. Okay, when you want to buy some food, write me 5 sentences about food that you want to when you pick the food, any food that you want in the supermarket. So can you try to pick the food that you want to try to? How would you, for example, this let's say, how would you choose the certain type of the food that you want to eat or do you want to bring to your home? So 5 sentences about how you pick the food in the supermarket. Okay?
How I pick the
Yes.
food.
What is important? What is important? Do you understand what I asked you?
Yes.
Okay, please do that.
I look for seasonal food. These food are fresher and more environmentally friendly. I buy a local food because it reduces the carbon footprint of transportation. I choose food rich in essential nutrients and I choose food that good for health. I avoid food long list of addictive.
Mhm. Okay, and can you please tell me what is the type of the food that you don't like to eat or you usually don't eat in this period of time? Okay, so in this time there, when we are speaking, so what is the type of the food that you're not eating during this period of time?
In this time, I think I'm not eating fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because like now I didn't eat a lot of fruit.
Mm-hmm. You didn't eat, okay, a lot of fruit, and why you didn't? What is the reason for that?
Because like I don't know because after dinner I go straight to my room, so I didn't.
Mhm. Okay, you didn't eat this type of the food. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so this is the type of the food that people usually eat. Now let's see, and what other things? Okay, what other things can we improve about our health? Okay, so we have here a lesson about some fruit. Okay, and food. Okay, so what other things people can do to improve their health? Can you please tell me? What is something else that people can do to improve their health?
To improve their health, we need to buy like fresh food.
Mhm. Okay, like what? But what activities we can do to if you want to buy if you want to buy if you want to have a healthy body?
Like we need to have like exercise and eat a lot of fruit
Mhm.
for the.
Okay. Okay. So this is something that we supposed to do it. Okay. Now let's take a look. Okay. So we have here. Okay. Wet wealth. Okay. Now read the fact about super travelers. Complete the sentences with the correct passive words. Passive from of the words in the brackets. Okay. So we have here these 8 sentences. Can you write first 4 sentences and we will speak a little bit. Can you do that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Trawlers or fishing boats that pull a large net along the seabed. Fish are caught in the net and pulled on board. The first trawlers were designed by British and Dutch in 17th century. Currently, new super trawlers are being built that are over 140 meters long. One super trawlers, the Marigueras, is currently at sea. In the next few weeks, over 6,000 tons of fish will be processed on board the ship.
Mhm. Okay, so I want to ask you, what do you think about traveling in the future? How will people will travel in the future? So what do you think? So what is something that people will do to how they will travel in the future? What will they use
Maybe
for traveling?
um like they still use airplane, a ship, a car. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. And how, for example, will people transport certain things from one place to another? So what is something that people will use to transport some things?
A container
Yes, but
or a truck.
mhm. Okay. So this is how people will use. And I want to ask you, what do you think about using boats or ships? So what do you think about this?
Using what?
Boats or ship for traveling.
Using boats or ship for travel is still good, but this will take long time.
Mhm. Okay. And which one do you consider is the most convenient way to travel? The most convenient, the most useful way for traveling.
By airplane.
By airplane. Okay, now let's. Can you please do the next 4 sentences in the chat box? Did you finish?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can you
Wait a
please read?
second. Yes. In the last 15 years, over 1,500 endangered turtles have been killed by supershells, and the situation getting worse. About 10 years ago, scientists realized that the number of mackerel in the South Pacific had been reduced by 19% because of overfishing. West African waters were overfished by supershells until the fishermen realized there were almost no fish left. A lot of shore in Scotland fishing village have been lost recently because small fishing boats can compete with big trawler.
Mm-hmm. Trawlers. Okay, very nice. Okay, and we finished our class. That was really nice and really good. You're amazing as always. And I definitely want to see you next time, okay?
Yes, goodbye.
Bye bye.